The story of Krazy Joe was torn from yesterday's headlines, and it's as terrifying as tomorrow's.
Good morning. Welcome back to Krazy Joe's Concession Stand. I'm Krazy Joe, and I saw Deadpool and Wolverine, and it is obviously burning up the box office right now. Quite a popular movie, doing really well, and it makes me happy to see people go into the movies. I always am about supporting theaters, so anything that gets people to the movies is a good thing. So what are my thoughts on Deadpool and Wolverine? Well, first of all, I've now seen the movie twice, and I have to call it a crushing disappointment. I think those are the words I would use. Crushing disappointment. Let's get something straight. I enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed it. I saw it twice. I can't wait to watch it again when it, maybe I'll get out to the theater to see it again. Maybe I won't see it till it comes home, but I'll watch this movie again. It's got a lot of fun moments. But that's the problem. It's a moments movie. It's a movie where the parts are better than the sum. What works in Deadpool and Wolverine? Well, the humor is usually pretty funny. Usually. We get a couple really good fight scenes that are a little over the top. That's what you want. Dogpool is amazing. We get one of the best villains that we've ever seen in the MCU with Cassandra Nova. This is a villain so powerful, she could be an Avengers level threat. She almost feels underutilized. This is a phenomenal villain. And just a good sense of fun about the film. So what's disappointing? Well, it's the weakest of the three Deadpool movies. Deadpool 1 and 2 are just better movies. Maybe it's the humor felt fresher there, felt like, oh, this is something we've never seen before. Whereas here, we have seen it before. And whereas the first two, Deadpool does a lot of breaking the fourth wall. And with those fourth wall breaks, they would get just a little bit self-referential. And a little bit went a long way. You didn't need a lot of that. In the end credits, Ryan Reynolds reading the script for Green Lantern. It's funny in small doses. This film, unfortunately, went overboard with the self-referential humor. There was just too much of it. Parts where he calls Wolverine Hugh, where he calls out the name of an actor who's playing a part and goes, "Is that so-and-so?" Yeah, oh, it is. I know who that is. And he recognizes them as the actor. He mentions his wife, Blake Lively. He'll mention other Ryan Reynolds movies. That kind of humor was in the first two. Make no mistake about it. You would get jokes like that in Deadpool 1 and 2. But this one just went one step too far with it. It was nonstop, the self-referential humor. And it felt like it's just the same joke over and over again. Like you're just giving us the same bit consistently. And that kind of hurt the film, I thought. Like it just made it feel not as funny, not as fresh as those first two. The other thing, and I'm not going to spoil anything here, but there's a lot of cameos in this movie. We kept hearing a lot, I was talking to people who saw it before me and they kept saying, "Oh, the cameos, the cameos, the cameos." Like the cameos were the selling point on this film. The problem is we've seen so much of this lately. We saw it in Spider-Man No Way Home. We saw it in The Flash. We saw it in Multiverse of Madness, where they bring in cameos from other superheroes. The other Spider-Man came in and, things like that. Michael Keaton's Batman is back in The Flash. So this is something that we've been seeing a lot of lately. And with this one, it just felt like, well, here's more of that thing that we've been getting so much of lately. And it's fun to see some of these characters. Some of these characters, when they pop up, you're like, "Oh, wow, I didn't think I'd see that character again." But there's still an air of been there, done that about it, to the point where Deadpool jokes about it. He even comments about, I'm getting a little sick of this multiverse stuff. I'm tired of this. He makes that joke in the movie. That's how much we've gotten it lately. There's even one cameo. I don't want to spoil it if you don't know who it is, but based on how much money the movie's made, you've probably already seen it. There's one cameo that I felt like it was an exact repeat of a joke we got in The Flash. Unfortunately, I can't tell you what that joke was in The Flash because that would give away what it is in Deadpool and Wolverine. But it's like, wow, The Flash already did this. The Flash did this last summer. The same bit. They beat him by a year. And it's still kind of funny in Deadpool versus Wolverine, but it just doesn't feel as fresh. Ultimately, this movie is worth watching. It's a good time. What works really works. It's a lot of fun. And it can coast by just on the charm of Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman. They're both so great in the roles, and you're just so happy to see them that the film can coast by on that. When I say crushing disappointment, I don't mean this is a bad movie. I mean that if your expectations were up here, you're probably going to walk out and be like, oh, that wasn't that good. Maybe lower them to like, I don't know, here. I don't know. It's a fun movie. It's a good time at the movies. It's just the weakest Deadpool movie. And it doesn't matter. It's going to make a killing. It is making a killing, and it's fun. Just don't take it too seriously. That's the bottom line. So hopefully we can kind of put a stamp on these multiverse films for, I know we still got to get through Secret Wars, but I'm ready for them to be done. We've had it, a lot of it lately, starting with the Crisis on Infinite Earths TV crossover on the Arrowverse, when they're like, well, we're going to bring back Brandon Routh's Superman, and we're going to bring back Burt Ward as Robin, and we're going to bring back Tom Welling's version of Superman. It's just starting with that Crisis TV crossover and then going into Spider-Man No Way Home and The Flash and Multiverse. We've just been beaten over the head with it, I feel like. And I'm ready for it to end. And Deadpool's ready for it to end. Deadpool says so himself. I'm with Deadpool. That's enough already. But overall, I think I'd give this 3 out of 5 stars. Good solid rating, but not as good as the previous installments. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. Until next time, keep wearing those pajamas.
Keep wearing those pajamas
with the plastic feet.
Keep wearing those pajamas.
Tell everyone you meet.
Keep wearing those pajamas
with the back door flap.
Keep wearing those pajamas.
Don't open it, it's a trap.
Oh no,
it's a trap. Some people call them PJs, some people call them jammies. They can come embroidered with big money and no whammies. They can have 100 tiny commander Adamas, but no matter how they look, just keep on wearing those pajamas.
Keep on wearing those pajamas. Keep wearing those pajamas.
I know we're having fun.
Keep wearing those pajamas.
And now the song is done.